We are recording.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this evening's performance of the complete works of William Shakespeare, abridged. Now before we begin, I have a few house rules to go over. Photo or video recording of this performance is strictly prohibited. If you have a cell phone, please take this time to silence it. And if you have a pager, just get a cell phone. For your convenience, toilets are located in the bathrooms. Now, please take this time to locate the exit nearest your seat. If the theater were to experience a sudden drop of pressure, oxygen masks, like this one, will drop from above your seat. Please place the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth and continue to breathe normally. If you are attending the theater tonight with a small child, place your own mask on first and let the little one fend for himself. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tucker Ransom, and it gives me great pleasure to announce that we are about to do something that we believe to be unprecedented in the history of civilization. That is, to capture the magic, the genius, and the towering grandeur of the complete works of William Shakespeare. Now, this book weighs about 6 pounds, which means we have to get through 8 ounces every 7 seconds. Oh, all right. That means about 2 6-packs a minute. So we better start drinking. And no one here knows more about Shakespeare and alcohol than the man I'm about to introduce. He has a certificate from preeminentshakespeareanscholar.com, and he is here tonight to provide the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged with a much-needed preface. Please welcome me and joining to the stage, Mr. Neil Acton.
Ladies and gentlemen, William Shakespeare, playwright, poet, actor, Stratford's proudest flower, transplanted from the heart of the English countryside to bask in the warmth of London's literary greenhouse. A man who, despite the ravages of male-patterned baldness, planted his potent seed in Elizabeth's fertile womb. And yet, how much do we intellectually flaccid members of society actually appreciate the genius of William Shakespeare's plump fruit of his productive loins? Let's just have a brief show of hands, shall we? JR, can I get some house lights, please? Thank you. So, how many of you have ever seen or read any play by William Shakespeare, any contact with the bard whatsoever? Dude, we're screwed. Why? Look at how many hands there are. That they know way more than we do.
But you're an eminent Shakespearean scholar.
No, and I'm preeminent.
Okay, then be preeminent.
All right. How many have ever seen or read All Is Well That Ends Well? Anyone? Anyone here? Listen here. What about King John? King John, anyone? Seen or read it?
Oh, I downloaded it.
Would you mind telling us what it's about?
It's about a hunchback.
No. King John is not about hunchback. As any preeminent Shakespearean scholar could tell you, it's about a king named John. Would you stand up for me, please? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I say homo. Hey! Judging by your obvious lack of fluency in Latin, may I assume that you have not legislated today?
Well, not today.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at this man. Abandoned by our educational system, awash in the sea of sexual ambiguity, hopped up on empty kilobytes of virtual Viagra. Now, look at the person sitting right next to you. Go ahead and look at them. Do you recognize the same vapid expression on their face? The same pores clogged with the intellectual immaturity? Do you see their... Keep looking! Keep looking! Do you see there a longing for literary salvation?
Can I sit down now?
No, you can't. You stand there before us as a living symbol of a society whose ability to comprehend, much less attain, the ability of a William Shakespeare has been systematically sodomized by soap operas, reamed by reality TV shows, and violently violated by the women of The View. Ladies and gentlemen, I say to you, cast off the cheap thrill of the car chase for the splendor of the sonnet. Exchange the isolation of the iPhone for the gentle idols of the IM. Imagine a world where manly men wear pink tights with pride. Can I get a hallelujah? Hallelujah! Thank you. A brave new world where this book will be in every hotel room in the world. Can I get an amen? Amen! Ladies and gentlemen, this is a brave new world. Have made a party with you. Thank you, everybody. Glad to show me with you.
Thank you, Neil. Now, those of you who own a copy of this book know that no collection by William Shakespeare is complete without a brief biography about the author himself. Here to provide this portion of the show is the third member of our troupe, Evan Wolfgang.
I was sure the whole time. Yeah, okay. So I was Googling some stuff about William Shakespeare and I found some really crazy stuff. Okay. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 in the town of Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire. The third of 8 children, he was the eldest son of John Shakespeare, a locally prominent merchant, and Mary Arden, the daughter of a Roman Catholic member of the landed gentry. In 1582, he married a farmer's daughter named
Anne Hathaway?
Different Anne Hathaway.
That's a shame. Shakespeare arrived in London in 1588. There he dictated to his secretary, Rudolf Hess, the work Mein Kampf, in which he set forth his program for the restoration of Germany to a dominant position in Europe. After reoccupying the Rhineland zone between France and Germany and annexing Austria, the Sudetenland, and the remainder of Czechoslovakia, Shakespeare invaded Poland on September 1st, 1939, thus precipitating World War II. I did not know that. Shakespeare remained in Berlin when the Russians entered the city. He committed suicide with his mistress, Eva Braun, who lies buried in the church at Stratford, though his head is in a holding tank in Glendale, California. Thank you.
That's a man.
Thanks, Evan. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present the complete works of William Shakespeare, abridged.
All the world's a stage. The men and women on it merely players. They all have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his lifetime may play many parts. How many parts must one man play exactly, though? According to my calculations, there are 1,122 roles in all of Shakespeare's works. Way too many. So let's just consider his most popular play, Romeo and Juliet. 2 passionate lovers, a meddling nurse, a sympathetic priest, vital to the story, but Mercutio, Lady Capulet, unsightingly fat on the otherwise muscular body of Shakespeare's work. So, therefore, let us begin our shrinkage of the underage flesh of Romeo and Juliet down to the tender, moist beginnings of Romeo and Juliet. Prologue.
2 households, both alike in dignity, and fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge breaks to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of innocent foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventure piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife.
Act 1, Scene 1. 2 men in search of imbroglio for the Capulet Samson, for the Montague Benvolio.
Take my horse to the town.
The horse is in the back.
Walking
around. Rained.
I gotta hit that guy before I get down and kill him. Did you bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir.
Did you bite your thumb at me, sir?
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. I do about my thumb, sir. Do you quarrel, sir?
No, sir. No, sir.
If you do, sir, I serve a good as man as you.
No better.
Yes, better.
You lie.
Down with the Montagues.
Of yours, Capulet.
That's me.
Oh no! It's the prince!
Enemies to the peace, on pain of torture, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince.
Sentence of your moved prince.
Capulet, you come with me now. Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case. Brown nose.
Ass hat.
Oh, where is Romeo? Seen you him today? Right glad I am he was not in this fray. But look, he comes! Good morrow, cuz.
Aye, is the day so young?
But you struck nigh.
Aye, me sad hours seem long.
What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Having not of having them make short.
In love?
Out!
Out of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in its view, should be so rough and tyrannous in birth.
I me, her view is muffled still. May these see pathways to his will.
Oh, go ye to the feast of Capulet. There sups the fair Rosaline which thou so lovest with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither and compare her face with some that I shall show, and I shall make you think thy swan a crow.
None fairer than my love.
There's free booze.
Let's go.
Now hie we to the feast of Capulet, where Romeo shall meet his Juliet, and in a scene of timeless romance, he shall try to get in Juliet's pants.
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. Did my heart love till now forswear its sight? For I never saw true beauty till this night. My lady, if I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this. May I smooth thy rough touch with a tender kiss.
Oh, good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which manly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that Palmer's hands do touch, and hand to hand is holy Palmer's kiss.
Have not saints' lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, lips they must use in prayer.
Oh, divine one, I trespass thee, give me my sin again.
Oh. Then from my lips the sin that they have took.
Oh, I beg thee, give me my sin again.
I don't want to kiss you, man.
It's in the script.
Oh, you kissed by the book. Coming, mother.
Why canst thou love me? What are you doing?
Balcony scene.
Oh. Oh, what light by yonder window breaks.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Why thy father refused thy name? But if thou wilt not, but swear it, now no longer be a Capulet. Oh, what's in a name, anyways? That which we call a nose by any other name would still smell. Oh, Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, I am for thee. Take all myself.
I'll take thee by thy word. Call me but love. Henceforth, I shall never be Romeo.
What'd you say?
Call me but love. Henceforth.
Oh, you're butt love?
Call me but love.
Okay, butt love, go! He said to call him butt love. Butt love! His name is butt love. Butt love, butt love!
Oh, and what man art thou? Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither thee, if either thee dislike.
Oh, do thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, but if thou prayest, thou may praise false.
Lady, I do love thee. I swear by the moon.
Oh, swear not by the moon.
What shall I swear by?
Her.
Lady, by yonder blessed Virgin, I swear.
Virgin?
No, don't swear wrong. I take joy in thee. I take no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rushed, too sudden, too unadvised, like lightning, ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. Sweet, good night. Sweet, good night.
Yo, butt love over here! Call me.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Second base is for second date, sweetheart.
Goodbye, but love. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Though Romeo did swoon with love, by Cupid he'd been crippled. But Juliet had a loathsome cuz, whose loathsome name was Tybalt.
Romeo, love I barely can afford no more than this. Thou art a villain, so turn and draw.
Tybalt, I do protest thee. I never injured thee, but love thee.
Oh, wretched boy, I am for you!
Ah!
Oh! I am slain!
Moving right along. From Tybalt's death onwards, the lovers are cursed, despite the best efforts of friar and nurse. At the end of Act 5, they can't seem to duck it, and at the end they both kick the bucket.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steed, and bring to me black-browed knight immediately. Come, knights, come, precious knight, come, knight, black-browed knight, knight, come, knight, and come, knight, come, knight, come, and bring me my Romeo. Oh!
Do your boobs!
Oh.
Oh, it is my nurse! Oh, that's the day! He's gone! He's killed! He's dead! Oh, get heaven be so envious! Oh, Romeo! Who would have ever thought it's Romeo? Oh, has Romeo slain himself? No, I saw him! I saw the wound with mine own eyes here! Oh, is Romeo slaughtered and Tybalt dead? No! Tybalt slain and Romeo banished! Oh, was it Romeo's hand that then shed Tybalt's blood? It did! Who else it did? It did! Oh, no!
Menopause.
Oh, Friar Lawrence! Tybalt is dead and Romeo is banished. I have cramps and a not so good feeling. Can you help me?
Take thou this vial, and distilled liquor drink thou off, and through thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor.
I feel a cold and drowsy humor, Obi-Wan. I think it's beginning to work. Oh, the colors!
Oh no! My love, my wife, death has sucked thy honey from thy lips. How art thou so fair?
Good genes, I guess.
Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus with a kiss, I die. Thus with a kiss,
I died. It's 2019, get over it.
I'm not dead yet. Go back. Good morning. Oh, but where is my love? A cup closed in my true love's hand. I see that poison hath been his timeless end. Oh, Joe! Left no happy drop for me hereafter. Then I shall be brief. Dagger, this is thy sheath.
That's Romeo for you.
Now you can say epilogue.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. Sun for sorrow will not show its head, for some will be pardoned and some punished. For there never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo. And Romeo and Juliet are dead.
Holy crap, we spent 12 minutes on Romeo and Juliet. That's way too long. But it's a classic, I guess you kind of have to. Anyway, oh no. Okay, so this next play, not so much of a classic. Shakespeare wrote it as a 24-year-old starving artist. No wonder food dominates this next tragedy, which is the revenge story of Titus Andronicus, which we now present as a cooking show.
I'm Titus Andronicus, everybody. Welcome to the Gore Gourmet. Well, when you've had a lousy day, your left hand chopped off, and your son's murdered, and your daughter raped, and her hands cut off, both of them, and her tongue cut out. Well, the last thing you want to do is cook. That is, unless, of course, you cook the rapist and serve him to his mother at your dinner party. Yes, me and my daughter Lavinia will show you how. Lavinia, Lavinia. It's a real pisser, isn't it? But we'll have our revenge, won't we? The hawk. I will grind your bones to dust, and of your blood make a paste, and of that paste a coffin I will rear, and I will make a pasty of your shameful head. Come, Lavinia, receive the blood. Now, we want to make a nice clean incision from the carotid artery down to the jugular vein. Like so. Yes. Now, you're going to want to use a big bowl for this. There's about 4 quarts of blood in the human body. You need a big bowl. Now, when he's dead, which should be right about now, I will grind your bones to powder small. And in that hateful liquor temperate, I will bake your vile head at about 350 degrees. And 25 minutes later, you shall have this beautiful, lovely human head pie, which I have prepared earlier. Who will be the first to try this delicious, high-protein treat? Yes, yes. Cornbread cream would please you eat, will please you feed. It's finger looking good. Yes. Everybody, we're out of time for today. Come back next week when we see Timon of Athens take his meaty new take on the Greek salad. Thank you, everybody.
Disgusting! But inexplicably, it was one of the biggest hits of Shakespeare's career. Shakespeare, who was now swimming in sausages, was now allowed to broaden his artistic horizons. For example, compare the immaturity of Titus Andronicus to the next play, with the subtle darkness of this next tragedy, with Othello, the Moor of Venice.
Speak to me as I am, and let nothing extenuate of one who loved not wisely, but too well. For never was there a tale of more woe than that of Othello and his Desdemona. Ah! Oh, Desi! Ah! Hang on. Yes, you can. Yes. I'm sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. We left Evan alone on this one. He researched it by himself. I guess Evan, securing the infallibility of the internet, has Googled the word more and determined it's a place where you tie up boats.
I didn't Google it, I would do it.
Just lose the boats, Evan. You're so ignorant. What's a Moor?
Interestingly, this is a subject of blazing scholarly debate. So for the Elizabethans, the word Moor could either specifically refer to the Berbers of North Africa or to any people of sub-Saharan African descent.
So Othello's black.
No, you mean African American.
Doesn't the play take place in Italy?
So he's African Italian?
Can't we just do it in blackface?
No, we're not going to. So today's entertainment culture expects ethnically appropriate casting. So we can't do Othello without a genuine, crayon-spouting, spaghetti-loving homeboy.
Just because we're white doesn't mean you can't represent the Afro-Italian condition, yo! I got an idea. It's kind of old school, but it's completely voteless. Just have to get a beat going, like... There once was a brother by the name of Othello. He liked white women and he liked... limoncello.
And a punk named Iago who made himself a menace because he didn't like Othello, the Moor of Venice.
Now Othello got married to Desdemona.
And he took her for the wars and he left her alone.
It was a Mona.
A Grona, he left her alone.
He didn't write a letter and he didn't telephone her. Now Othello loved Desi like Adonis loved Venice, and Desi loved Othello because he had a bad sword.
But Iago had a plan that was clever and slick. He was crafty,
He was lying.
It was sort of a penis.
He said, the more,
How are you gonna do it?
Tell us.
why he always tried to fly, said he's
Too damn jealous.
I know, I'm kind of a schmo.
So we find a chump sucker by the name of Cassio.
And he plants on him Desdemona's handkerchief.
So Othello gets to wonder when just maybe if, while he's out fighting,
Commanded an army.
Odysseus and Cass playing hide the salami.
Now we come back home and he smothered the biatch.
He thinks he pulled it off without a
there's
hiatch.
Amelia at the door.
Who we magnax foe.
Who say yo homie? She wasn't no hoe. She was
virginal too. So why'd you have to go and make her face turn blue?
It's true, it's you. Now what you gotta do? And Othello say,
Damn, this is getting pretty scary.
So we cut off his blade and committed Harry Carey. That funky Moor thing, why?
and Iago got off on a technicality.
Move to Hollywood.
And got his own TV show, that is. Prime time.
HBO.
Game of
Boats.
So, what do you say we lighten up from all these tragedies and move on to the comedies?
Yeah, comedy! Well, I'll give some forewarning on this. So his plays were greatly influenced by the comedy of Ovid and his hilarious Metamorphosis, and as well as Trajanus and Plautus, as well as the rich Italian tradition of Commedia dell'arte. So he was a genius at borrowing and adapting these plot devices into his own theatrical productions.
Wait, isn't that just called plagiarism?
No, he didn't plagiarize, he just distilled.
Yeah, but Shakespeare's still a big cheater.
Hey! It takes a real genius to milk 5 ideas into 16 plays.
Yeah, but I can never tell them apart. Like, which one's the one with the shipwreck, identical twins, and the wedding at the end?
All of them.
Yeah, see, it sucks.
So, well, Shakespeare obviously should have written one exemplary play instead of writing 16 second ones. So that's why I have taken the liberty of producing all of this comedic diarrhea down into one well-formed lump of hilarity, which I have entitled The Comedy of Two Well-Measured Gentlemen Lost in the Merry Wives of Venice on a Midsummer's Twelfth Night in Winter. Or,
Cymbeline taking Pericles the Merchant in the Tempest of Love as much as you like it for nothing, or...
For Weddings and Transvestite! Act 1. A Bohemian duke swears an oath of celibacy and turns the rule of his city over down to his tyrannical brother. And then he sets sail for the golden age of Greece. While rounding the heel of Italy, the duke's ship is caught in a terrible tempest, which casts him upon a desert island, along with his clueless young daughter.
Oh, dear father, I am so lonely and pubescent on this island. I am sad, boo-hoo, and frisky, rah.
Oh, precious daughter, watch out for symbols of colonial oppression, lurking in caves, waiting for virgins.
Okay, bye-bye.
Meanwhile, the duke's long-lost son, a beautiful, handsome young merchant, is also shipwrecked on coincidentally the very same island.
How shall I survive without funds in this strange new land? I know, I must need to find an old Jew. Behold, here comes the Italian Judio stereotype now.
The wicked Jew tricks the merchant into putting his brains down as collateral in the loan.
Such a deal.
Fearing ravishment, the clueless young princess disguises herself as a boy and becomes a page to a handsome, dashing young soldier.
You there, boy!
Yes? I mean, yes?
You shall woo the Lady Violvia for me, for she is shrewish and I am sick with love.
I too feel phlegmy down there, but while I may not speak it aloud, I do love thee, though I am a boy.
I swingeth not that way, boy. Deliver this letter to Violvia. Go, hence.
Whence?
Hey, hie he hither from thence to thence.
Act 3. The beautiful, virginal, and clueless young princess arrives in Mandrake to woo the Lady Violvia.
It is I, the bitchy shrew. Come hither.
Whither?
Hither from thither. If you come in, I'll show you my zither.
Act 4. On the 12th night of midsummer, a puckish young sprite leads all the lovers deep into a forest and squeezes the aphrodisiac juice of a hermaphroditic flower in their eyes, while the queen of the fairies seduces a rude mechanical who has the head of an ass.
Yeah, but I have the arts of a man.
Act 5. In the ensuing bisexual animalistic orgy, the princess's man clothes get ripped off, revealing smoking bod and female genitalia. The merchant recognizes his sister.
My nearly identical twin.
My long-lost and strangely attractive brother.
The shrew realizes she's bi-curious.
A brave new world.
The dashing young soldier decides he actually prefers bottom.
And thereby hangs a sweet tale.
The Jew exits pursued by bear.
Boy, a bear!
Then they all get married in the state of Massachusetts, go out to dinner. Now, give us your hands if we be friends, because all is well that finally ends. Thank you.
No idea Shakespeare was such a perv.
16 plays in 5 minutes? That's not bad. But if we're going to get out of here before midnight, we have to get back to the tragedies! Tragedies!
Now, interestingly, we found that Shakespeare's tragedies are way more funny than his comedies.
You know what? That's so true. Do you know which one's funny? The Scottish play.
Oh, yeah.
No saying it.
Why can't I say it?
Because it's cursed. You can't say the name of that show in a theater unless you're performing it. That's why we call it the Scottish play.
Yeah, but we are performing it. Besides, there's nothing remotely Scottish about it.
Sure it is. It's all about the performance, Evan. You have to see the heather rippling on the highlands, the cold summer breeze wafting through your kilt. You have to smell the vomit steaming in the alleyway outside the pub.
Pretty beautiful. Kilts, whiskey,
Vanes!
KJR, set the mood. Set the mood. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present our authentically Scottish production of Macbeth.
Double, toil and trouble. Stay ye in perfect, Max Speaker, tell me more. Macbeth! Macbeth, beware Macduff! Why? Oh, I don't know.
That Burnham would do Dunsinane. No man or woman born shall kill Macbeth, don't you know?
Oh, that's dead great. Then Mac Woody, Mac Phil of Macduff.
Say, Jimmy, and know that Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely. What do you think about that?
I do not like it, but I support a woman's right to choose.
Killed me wife, you murdered me bringings, and you did poop in me sock.
I didn't.
Hey, you did.
They're lies, you gotta stop scursing head.
Macbeth, yours is out the window.
And no, that never was there a story of more blood and death, or that of Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth. Thank ye. Meanwhile, in ancient Rome, Julius Caesar is a much beloved tyrant.
Oh, hail Julius Caesar!
Hail, citizens!
Who was warned by a soothsayer,
Beware the eyes.
but the great Caesar chose to ignore this warning.
What the hell are the Ides of March?
15th of March.
Why, that's today!
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar. So let's bury him to get on to my play. Antony!
Cleopatra! Is this an ass I see before me? Come, venomous wretch. What?
You have this bizarre notion that all of Shakespeare's tragic women just vomit everywhere and die.
It's an interpretation.
Barfing's not an interpretation.
Besides, Antony and Cleopatra has nothing to do with gastrointestinal distress. It's an exciting transglobal thriller about political maneuvering through the ancient Mediterranean.
Oh, it's one of Shakespeare's transglobal plays? Because I love those ones. Like the one that totally predicted 21st century wireless communication.
What?
You know, Two Mobile Kinsmen.
Epic. Shakespeare wrote a play called Two Noble Kinsmen.
Not two mobile kinsmen.
Two noble
kinsmen.
kinsmen.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Two Mobile Kinsmen because the kinsmen were Bill Gates and Steve Jobs.
No. The kinsmen are two cousins who both fall in love with the same woman.
They're all like, LOL, you're like my BFF.
No, it's not.
Well, I've never heard of that play.
Yeah, and I bet you I know why. Because it falls into a category of Shakespeare's plays that are neither history, nor comedy, nor tragedy. It's what most people refer to as the problem plays, or the obscure plays, or the lesser plays, or simply the bad plays. But not all of the bad plays are completely without merit. Yeah, consider Troilus and Cressida. Yeah, I actually discussed about it in my unpublished monograph entitled I Love My Willie. Okay? I actually have it right here. You guys would love it. It's huge, it's long, it's uncut, it's not inherent way. Monograph! See? I love my Willie. See? I'm not crazy. What else are you keeping there? Sandwiches, want one? No! Lost. So, okay, so about Troilus and Cressida was written in. What did you guys do?
Okay. I'm gonna get some props. I'm gonna get some props.
We'll do an interpretive dance. How's
No, I was thinking more like a scholarly approach to this.
Yeah, I know that sucks.
Okay, so I'll do it. Well, okay, so Cressida was written in 1603, published in Quarto in 1604. It appears in the first folio. This version is some 166 lines longer than the second Quarto version, and it's some 166 lines short. Ladies and gentlemen, my play has nothing to do with this stupid Star Trek crap.
Isn't there something in there about like the plot?
Yeah. I think I discussed it. Right here in the footnote on page 5.
Okay, wait.
So Troilus, youngest son of Pyrrhon, king of Troy.
Okay. Tucker, you be Troilus. Neil, you be the king.
Okay, great. Loves Cressida.
Okay, I'm gonna wait.
And is arranged with her uncle Pardaeus for a meeting, although she feigns indifference.
Wait, I have to frame indifference?
Yes, you have to feign indifference. Meanwhile, Agamemnon, the Greek commander, has surrounded the Trojans in war and
Agamemnon? Boring!
That's the kind of stuff kids hate to learn about in school because it's so boring.
Why?
Look, what does that matter? I promised these people that I would not do boring, vomitless Shakespeare.
You don't even know these people. Besides, we could just bait switch.
No, sure I know these people. Like, I was sitting in the audience with them and at the start of the show, and I think I began to truly love these people. See, there's Mallory. She just played Sebastian in The Little Mermaid. And Macy, she just sold falsettos and 6. Isn't that so cool? And there's Joel. He was in the finals for baseball. And Scott. He thought we were going to do real Shakespeare and he was totally ripped off.
Why does this all matter?
My point is, I don't want these people to be turned off to Shakespeare. That's what happened to me when I was a kid. See, I'd be sitting in class learning Shakespeare and I'd look out the window and see all those kids playing ball and I'd think, why can't Shakespeare be more like sports? How do you mean? Sports is engaging and exciting. So like, okay, take histories for example. All those kings knocking each other off, running up and down the field. It's just like football, but instead of using a ball, you use a crown.
I think I have a whistle in here. See?
Hey!
Alright
Let's
then,
go.
let's line him up and kick some royal ass.
Okay.
Ready? 25, 42, Richard III, Henry IV, Part 1, Part 2, and
Huh? Okay, and the crown is snapped to Richard II, the well-spoken 14th century monarch. He's fading back to pass. He's looking for an air-down field, but there's a heavy rush from King John.
Whoa, my blood's flashing downwards.
The crown is in the air, and Henry VI comes up with it.
Victory is mine!
But he's hit immediately by King John. Oh no, he's cutting Henry VI into 3 parts. That's gotta hurt.
King John's over there! He's at the 40!
My soul hath elbow room.
20-yard line! Oh, but he's poisoned at the 10-yard line! Looks like he's out of the game! Placing now is number 72, King Lear.
To Reagan and Goneril, I hand off my kingdom. Cordelia, go long.
Penalty maker, fictional character on the field. Lear is disqualified and he's not happy about it.
Bastards.
Placing now is the father-son team, Henry IV and Prince Hal. Center snaps to the quarterback. Quarterback snaps to the hunchback. Oh, it looks like Richard III's lip is giving him trouble.
A horse, my kingdom, for a horse.
There's a foul on the field.
And fumble! Henry VIII comes up with it. He's at the 15, the 10. Oh no, he stops at the 5-yard line to chop off his wife's head.
Yeah, daddy.
And touchdown for the Red Rose. You gotta believe this is the beginning of a Tudor dynasty.
Henry V, Red Terror the Third, the whole royal family's freaking absurd. Go Tigers!
Outside the music, what are you doing? Yeah, I just, here, can I borrow your program?
What are you doing?
Oh, I just want to check the list of the plays. I think we did them all.
Really? Already?
Yeah. So, we did Titus and John and
Yeah,
Cassandra.
that's how the blood. Okay, Be Kissed, Romeo and Juliet.
Right.
Macbeth with the tremendous
Spot on. Yeah.
Caesar.
There was in the football game.
Okay, that means
all the
I
histories
mentioned
were in the
Timothy of
football game.
Athens.
Yeah, all the histories were in the football
Comedies.
game. Comedies were love of hilarity. Yeah. Okay, Julius Caesar we did.
So, Antony and Cleopatra.
I puked up all over there.
What about Coriolanus?
Let's get that one.
Why?
Unlike the anus part. I think it's a little offensive.
Fine, we'll skip the anus play.
That's all of them.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's go.
Wait. Looks like we can let you guys out a little early.
Crap. Look, right.
Hamlet!
Shakespeare didn't write Hamlet.
Sure he did.
Well, what's it about? You know, the prince who struggles with his conscience after his uncle murders his father?
No, that's Lion King.
Ladies and gentlemen, 36 plays down, 1 to go. Perhaps the greatest play ever written in the English language. What?
It's just, so the football game left me like physically and emotionally drained. It's this like big heavy duty play. I don't think I'm really up for it right now. Like I don't think I can do it justice.
Evan, we don't have to do it justice, we just have to do it.
You know, I'm just tired and I think,
But our show's called The Complete Works of William Shakespeare.
so we'll just change the name to The Complete Works of William Shakespeare, except Hamlet.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, okay. But I don't know if I can.
Hey, everybody out there, you would love to see Evan do Hamlet, wouldn't you? Come
Time to do Hamlet. As a two-person show, I feel that strongly about it.
I need
I
to-
can sit right here.
Evan,
We're
no.
gonna watch them together. It's gonna be great.
He has a girlfriend.
No, you took me out of the bus. No, you're the only thing I've left in the world. No, it's the fun. Just don't touch me. Don't
sorry.
touch me.
So, right, you can have this back now. Sorry, I got trashed. All right, so we'll start off with the guard scene. So we're going to need a Bernardo and Horatio.
Gotcha, I can do that.
Okay, and a Rosencrantz and Guildenstern too.
No, we can skip them. They have their own play. Evan, wait.
Evan, not do Hamlet.
No, stop.
Hey, don't worry, everybody. I'll come out over here to leave.
Is this a loop?
Stop.
I won't do it. I will not do Hamlet. No. Help me! Get him away from me! Yeah, really? Yeah?
No, Evan.
You're not gonna use it!
Oh my God. Neil! Evan!
Hey. You know, usually Neil's much faster than Evan. Okay. So I have a joke. So a horse walks into a bar. And the bartender says, "Why the long face?" I love that one.
Stand me and unfold yourself. I mean, sad hours seem long. Bernardo. Oh. The newspaper. Thanks. So, I had this dream the other night. Typical actor's anxiety dream. We were doing this show, and everything was going smoothly. You know, we were just making things up as we go along, and then suddenly Evan and Neil just disappear. And I'm left on stage alone, with an hour left to fill. And suddenly, the lights go out. And it's intermission. And I'm naked.
Sit down.
Hey. How's it going? Me too. How was the intermission?
Yeah.
Good. Let's hear some stories. Raise your hand. Tell me something. Awesome. Well, what'd you do?
My boyfriend broke up.
Ouch. I'm good. Phone call. Sorry, it's fine. Silence that. Hello? Neil, wait. Where are you? Which airport? do you have Evan? Oh, thank God. Okay. Just bring him back and put him on the phone. Okay, Evan. What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, I miss you too. No, I'm fine, thanks. No, wait. No, you can't talk to Macy. No, you can't. No, you can't talk to Keely either. No, they're both mad that you aren't up here doing Shakespeare like a trooper. Yeah. No, just put Neil back on the phone. Hurry up. I'm sorry. I love you too. Okay, Neil, are you guys close? Okay, good. Is there anything I should do in the meantime? Oh yeah. Oh, girl, forgot that. Okay. Sounds good. See you later. Bye. Oh, wait, before I go, don't give Evan any candy. You know his blood sugar. Okay? Okay, good. Alright. So, what we forgot to do before we went on intermission was read the Shakespearean sonnets. Now, Shakespeare wrote 154 sonnets, which I've condensed onto this 8x5 card, which we are going to pass around the audience, and you all can read them all. And then once we're all done, they should be back. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. And who looks eager to read? We're gonna start with you. You're the guy I recognized from yesterday. Was there still a long line in the men's room? She's not listening. Oh, they're back!
Let's get ready to do Hamlet!
Ladies and gentlemen, Evan and Neil.
H-E-L-M-E-T, H-E-L-M-E-T, was that spell? Yes, look at my helmet on. H-E-L-M-E-T.
You gave him candy, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I told him that if he came back to his Hamlet, I'd take him to Disney World. That's the only way to go. All right, JR, could we please set the stage for perhaps the greatest play ever written in the English language? Hamlet! Hamlet, the tragedy of the Prince of Denmark. The place, Denmark. Battlements, Ellesnor Castle. 2 guards enter.
Who's there? I, me, standing, unfold yourself.
'Tis none of the king.
Bernardo?
He, 'tis the struck 12. Get thee to bed, fellatio.
Horatio. Much thanks.
Well, good night.
Oh, look where it comes.
Look.
By heaven, I charge thee, speak.
It was about to speak, and then the sock crew.
Why? We shall impart what we saw tonight unto Hamlet, the
Prince
Prince of Denmark.
Oh, that this, to solid flesh would melt, and resolve itself to a dew, that it should come to this, but 2 months dead. Oh, so loving mother, frailty, thy name is woman. Yeah, you right there. Yeah, you. So, the first that you should be married to mine uncle, my father's brother. The funeral meats did coldly furnish for the marriage tables.
My lord.
Horatio!
My lord, I think I saw your father yesternight.
Saw who?
Your father.
My father! Where was this?
Upon the balcony where we watched.
Oh, 'tis strange. I will watch tonight. And I thought I saw him afterwards too. So, yes. With the night we're come. Hey, you got it 2 nights in a row. Yeah. Oh, the air bite shrewd me.
Look thee where it comes.
All is not well in the state of Denmark.
Mark me.
Speak, I am bound to hear.
Thou wilt revenge what thou shalt hear. If ever did thy fear, dear father love, revenge is most foul and unnatural. Murder!
Murder!
He that did string thy father's life now wears his cross.
My uncle.
Your uncle?
Let not the royal bed of Denmark become a couch for incest!
Incest!
A couch!
Adieu, Hamlet! Thee! Adieu, Hamlet! Adieu!
My lord, this is strange.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Ratio, that are dreamt of in your philosophy, so piss off! I shall think it thereafter to put an antic disposition on. The time is out of joint. And if ever I was born to exit right!
Alan, I'm trying to go out.
Neither a follower nor lender be.
Oh, good my lord!
Ophelia, what's the matter?
Good my lord! When I was sulking in my closet, Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all embraced, no hat upon his head, pale as his shirt, his knees knocking with a look so piteous and perfect, as if I'd been loosed out of hell to speak of such horrors. He comes before me!
Mad for thy love?
I know not!
Why, this be the very ecstasy of love. I know the cause of Hamlet's lunacy. Since brevity be the soul of wit, I'll be brief. He is mad. Why? Look where the poor wretch comes reading. Away, I do beseech you. How are thee, my lord?
Well, God have mercy.
My lord, do you know who I am?
Excellent. Well, you're a fistmonger.
My lord, what are you reading?
Words.
Though this be madness, there's method in it.
Daddy! The players are here. They want to do a play within a play. And I don't know what that means, but you better come talk to them right away!
My lord.
I am but mad northwest when the wind is southerly. I know a hawk from a handsaw. I shall have the players play something like the murder of my father before my uncle. And I'll observe his looks. And if he do but blench, I'll know my course. The play is the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by imposing end them. To die, to sleep, perchance to nap, to doze, to sleep. I can't do it too much! It's too much!
Hey, J.R., increase the lights, please.
Neil, what happened to the speech?
They all laughed at me!
They weren't laughing at you. They were laughing adjacent to you.
Right there! That woman right there, she was laughing at me!
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but this is a very heavy-duty and emotional speech, and frankly, Neil's not looking like himself recently.
They laughed at me just like they laughed at Aria!
Who is Aria?
Aria!
Who is Aria?
I don't know. I think there's some bratty character named Area on Pretty Little Liars.
She is not bratty! She is going through hell! Her spent Allison's missing, and now she gets these creepy texts from the sky she doesn't even know.
You watch Pretty Little Liars?
Didn't that show end 2 years ago?
It's on Netflix.
So all that stuff you said about the Bard being killed by television, that was all BS?
No.
You're not really a preeminent Shakespearean scholar, are you?
Are you? I'm not even post-eminent.
Well, you took the course.
I didn't finish it.
But I saw the certificate.
I made it on Photoshop.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
I thought the world of Shakespearean scholarship would all be fast cars and hot babes. It's not like that at all. It's all a bunch of folios and portraits and quatrains and ibit. So cold. But when I'm in Rosewood, everyone's so young and restless and beautiful. I just want my stories.
I'm sorry, folks, but it looks like we can't do the to be or not to be speech. I guess we're going to skip it.
Skip it. We can't. That's the most important speech in all of Shakespeare.
It's overrated.
Overrated?
Yeah, hey, think about it. Hamlet's supposed to be killing the king, and all of a sudden he's thinking about killing himself? Like, where did that come from? It completely weakens his character.
It makes it more complex. Like an ogre, it has layers.
Oh, God.
No, they don't.
Slightly, I think. All those long speeches with big words nobody understands. Like the one that goes, I have of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercise, and goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame the earth seems to me sterile promontory. This most excellent canopy of the air, look you, this gray, oh here environment. This roof fretted with golden fires seems to be no more than a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is a man. How noble in reason, how infinite in falsity, in form and movement, how express and admirable, in action, how like an angel, in express, how like a god. The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. Yet, to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man divides not me. Wait, that didn't suck. Beautiful. Yeah.
You see, the two can fit side by side.
Yeah, like Ezra and Nicole.
Sure. So, you mean when I play Ophelia, I could add some layers?
That would be appreciated. You know, she's not just vomit and screams. There's something going on under that pretty little wig.
Oh, so I bet, like in the Get to a Nunnery scene, she's like feeling stuff and thinking stuff at the same time.
You know, why don't we just do that scene?
Wait. Look, if Ophelia's that complex, you can't rush these layers. We're gonna need to peel her brain open like an onion.
That's disgusting.
No. Evan, you're actually having a rare moment of lucidity. we could just do kind of like a Freud analysis, like split up the id, the ed, the ego, and the superego.
Yeah, Floridian analysis. Okay. So I'll play Ophelia. Anyone of you guys play the id?
I can't play the id. I'm already Polonius and Laertes. I'm booked. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna get one of my new friends to do it.
Yeah.
Evan, you can't just bring some bozo on stage and expect them to play the id.
This isn't a bozo. This is my good friend. Leah, would you come on stage? Yeah. Oh, she's the match. Look at that. Okay, I already forgot your name, so we're going to call you JR. It's our sound guy. It's kind of easier to remember. So, JR, in this scene, Neil, would you like to tell JR about the layers?
Sure. So in this scene, Hamlet's playing out the sublimated childhood neuroses. He's displacing all the opedial thoughts and desires into sexualized anger towards Ophelia. Get it?
Basically, Hamlet's being a prick.
Exactly. So Hamlet gets all worked up and tells Ophelia to get out of his life. He screams, "Get thee to a nunnery!"
It's very, very simple. So Hamlet says, "Get thee to an nunnery," and Ophelia's id screams. Okay?
Yeah, because the id is this raw animal power of the individual.
Yeah. So we're going to do that right now, and yeah, you're going to have to scream.
Okay, so
that's his trademark thing. You got to do it. Okay,
that's kind of my thing.
Okay.
So when he says "Get thee to a nunnery," you scream. Okay.
You got this. Okay, so just give me a moment to step into character. So. Get thee to a nunnery!
I thought that's pretty good.
No, it was awful.
Okay, Tucker, maybe she's not an actress, and frankly it shows, but I think she showed a lot of heart. Yeah, a lot of courage. Yeah, so I think to get a better screen, we're just going to need to get everyone involved in this. Sort of like create a supportive environment for JR.
Exactly. We can split up the rest of the audience into the egg and the ego and super ego.
That's fine. Just get on with it. I'll grab the ego. Who here wants to be the ego?
Choose wisely.
Oh.
Volunteer.
All right. Come with me. So you're gonna play the ego.
You're gonna come right here. Okay? And come a couple inches this way. Turn that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
So at this point in the play, Ophelia's ego it's flighty. It's confused.
It's an ego on the run.
Exactly.
So what's your name? Michael. Oh, I already forgot. We're gonna call you JR. So, JR, what you're gonna do is we're gonna simulate this by having you run back and forth across the stage behind Ophelia.
Okay.
Sound good? Great. Okay. We're gonna practice now.
Okay. So great. Go.
Go. Yes, great.
He's an egomaniac!
Okay, everyone in the this row and this row, I want you guys to be the unconscious. Really, that would explain it.
Hey, wake up, we're doing a show!
Dad.
Is the watery depths of Ophelia's soul. She's tossed and turned by the tides of her emotions. So to symbolize this, we're gonna have you guys put your arms up and, like in a falsetto, say, "Baby, baby." I said first row.
Okay, that's good. Hey, what was your problem? You didn't do it with everybody else. And you know what that means? You have to do it all by yourself. Arms up. Higher, yeah.
No one's watching.
Arms up. Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Everyone behind those rows and this row, this group over here, you're going to be the superego. The superego dominates your moral and ethical character. It's controlling. It's difficult to shake, and most people don't shake it for their entire lives. Kind of like Catholicism.
Exactly. So when you're right, we'll just split up the rest of the group into the superego. So you guys right here, you guys are section A, okay? And from here to here that aren't you guys in the front, you're section B. So, and everybody from here to here that aren't you guys, yeah, it's up there too. So you guys are section C. Yes, you guys can number. Sorry. Okay, so the masculine part of Ophelia's brain. So you guys are all the voice of all the men in their life that have been holding her back. So we're gonna have to use the line, Hamlet's line. So get thee to a nunnery. So let's have you guys say that now. So
Get thee to a nunnery.
Work with us, people!
Section A, that was awful.
Let's try it again, okay?
Get thee to a nunnery.
Yes, that was totally much less pathetic.
Section B, you're going to play the part of Ophelia's inner hoe.
Freud would call it the libido.
Yeah, so the libido is the part of the brain that wants to get it on with Hamlet. Look, do something with yourself. Put some makeup on her. No offense. Yeah.
So we'll use a line straight out of the Shakespearean text for this. It's all about makeup. It's paint an inch thick. You guys got that? Okay, so let's try it.
Paint an inch thick!
Hey,
Section A, you can really learn something from Section A.
In Section C, you're going to do the most important part. You're going to make Ophelia seem relevant to the 21st century.
Yeah. She wants power, but she doesn't want to lose her femininity.
Or maybe she wants to be a corporate executive but also wants to raise a family.
She's tired of being pushed around, and she wants to say, look, cut the crap, Hamlet. My biological clock is ticking, and I want babies now. Is there like a line from Shakespeare?
Make them say that.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are going to say, cut the crap, Hamlet. My biological clock is ticking, and I want babies now. Say it one more time together. Cut the crap, Hamlet. My biological clock is ticking, and I want babies now.
I don't know about you guys, but that was a fantastic C-section.
To take all of these emotions and combine them into one epitomizing scream. We're going to whip everyone up into a giant frenzy. I'm going to stop them. All attention goes to you, and you scream. You got that?
Okay.
So let's start with Lego. Ready? On your mark, get set, run! Go, 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 go! Okay, you guys are next! Go, Jay, go! Yes, 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 man, yes, yes,
Section B!
Didn't we? But we digress. Back to Hamlet, the pivotal play within a play scene, where Hamlet finds out that his uncle has murdered his father.
Speak the speech, I pray you, trippingly on the tongue. Suit the words to the action, and the action to the word. And hold a mirror to ear as up to thy nature. Will my lord hear this piece of work?
Yes, and the king too, presently.
And now, how does my cousin Hamlet and my son?
Much less than can, much more than kind.
I have no answer for this, for these words are not mine. The king wishes to rest his royal rump.
My lord, the Royal Kingdom of Denmark Theatre now is proud to present the murder of Gonzago. My lord, Act 1.
No, intermission! How my lord likes to play.
Methinks the lady doth protest too much. You get it, you get it.
My lord, Act 2.
Gesundheit. I am on fire.
Momo.
The king rises.
Give all the play lights away.
I take the ghost word for £1,000.
My lord, the queen will be in her closet.
I will speak to my mother in her closet.
Behind these curtains, I'll convey myself to hear thy speech.
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Perhaps your father much offended.
You have my father much offended.
What wilt thou do? Wilt thou not murder me? Help!
Help! Help!
How now? A rat?
Oh no! That will hurt!
Dead for a ducat. Dead.
Hamlet, where is Polonius?
At supper.
At supper, where?
Not where he eats, but where he's eating.
So like behind the KFC.
What did I tell you about making this? We don't want that. There's always is bad.
Oh no!
It's Laertes!
Son of Polonius!
Brother to Ophelia!
And a very snappy dresser.
Why, thanks! Oh, thou vile king, I'll be a revenge for Polonius' murder!
I'm gonna go now.
Oh no! What are these noises? Ophelia? Sweet maid, my love?
Oh! They have buried him barefooted on the briar with a hey nutty nutty, hey nutty, and then raised many a grave with a hey nutty nutty, ha-cha. Oh, I am mad. I'm out of my petite mind. This is acting. Oh, rue for remembrance. Rosemary for remembrance. I would give you violets, but they all withered when my father died, you bastard! Now, I'm beginning to feel nauseous.
That's enough! That's enough!
She doesn't vomit.
Hamlet comes back!
Hey, Tucker, what's the next scene with Ophelia?
There are no more scenes with Ophelia! Hamlet comes
Yeah,
back!
but I have layers now, so I'm really up for it.
That's all Shakespeare wrote! Hamlet comes back!
What happens to her?
She drowns!
What have you done?
And do my father's son indeed! I shall tell this unto...
Here I go!
Off stage... Ophelia, ladies and gentlemen! And I will cut his throat in the church with an unction so mortal that where it draws blood, no cataplasm on earth can save this compulsion. I don't know what it means either.
Hey, you got it. This skull once had a tongue in it and could sing, but then he started drooling. Alas, poor York, I knew him once. But soft, the queen here comes. I shall hack.
Oh!
Lay her in the earth, and from her unpolluted flesh made by the spring.
Straight to the swigs.
Hold off the earth a while, till I can hold her in mine arms once more.
Whose is this whose grief bears such emphasis? This is I, Hamlet the Great Dane!
Oh my!
The devil take thy soul!
Gentlemen, have it!
I will fight with thee until my eyes no longer wag. The cat will mew, the dog will have his day. Give us the boils! Boils.
Evan.
Boils.
Oh, be careful,
Thank
boy.
you.
These are sharp.
Come for me, Lord!
Come, sir. Swish, swish, clink. Swish, swish, clink. Poke. Ouch. Ha, I won. Judgment.
No!
A hit, a very palpable hit.
What are you wearing?
Layers.
Here's thy health, Hamlet. Drink off this cup.
Nay, set it by a while. Father, mother, uncle, whatever the hell you are. Come for another. Swish, swish, clink. Ha, poke.
No!
Another hit, what say you?
A touch, I do confess!
The queen caresses thy fortune, Hamlet.
Madam, do not drink!
I will, I pray thee, pardon me.
It's poison.
Come for a third layer, teeth. Mother, what's the matter?
She swoons to see thee bleed.
Oh, it is a drink! I am poison!
Get off! Oh, treachery, oh, villainy! Seek it out!
My father, the king's to blame.
Oh, laying venom to thy tip! Oh, thou incestuous, murderous, cross-dressing dame! Follow thy mother!
Forgive me. I am justly killed by mine own treachery. Back.
Heaven make thee free of it. I follow thee. And you, that look pale and tremble at this chance, that are but mutes or audience to this act. If ever thou didst hold me in thy heart, exit thee from felicity a while. And in this harsh world, draw thy breath in pain. To tell my story, the rest is silence. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the complete works of William Shakespeare. 37 plays in 97 minutes.
Wait, it looks like we finished a little early. I guess we can let you go now.
No, let's just do Hamlet again.
We don't have time.
We do if we cut the layers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you shall have an encore!
Now, I shall give a brief announcement if there are any young children in the audience. Reminder, there are very sharp things flying around on stage, like swords. Now, we are all three trained professionals, so please do not try this at home.
Yeah, go over to a friend's house to do it.
Come on, guys, let's go. I've done party. We can't make them stay here for all day.
Okay. Oh, that this two-sided flesh would melt.
My lord, I think I saw your father yesterday.
Ah! Oh, I was not well in the state of Denmark.
Lord me!
Ah!
Revenge by murder!
My lord, this is strange.
Ah, there are more things in heaven and earth raising us, so piss off! To be or not to be, that is the question.
I cannot!
Get you to a nunnery! Speak the speech, I pray you, chipping me on the tongue.
Give all the play!
I'll take the ghost's word for £1,000.
Well, then that enemy! Help!
Help, help! Dead for a ducat dead. What you say? Dead.
My lord, where's my father?
At supper.
Where?
Dead.
Sweet Ophelia!
Alas, poor York. Ah, the queen there come.
Lay her in the earth.
Sweet to the sweets!
Hold off the earth a while.
This is I, cheese of all this great Danish. Give us the foils.
One for me. Oh, I am slain.
I follow thee. The rest is silent.
And you know what? We're gonna do it backwards! Yeah!
What the hell?
Please, we're out of time.
Screw the time, I'm having fun!
sure to listen to satanic messages. Silence is the rest, Thee. Follow on.
Poison in my own!
Slain in my own. Loyalty us give. This is I, on the Danish.
Sweets thee to sweet.
Earthy in her lay. Ha, here comes the Queen York, poor lass. Father's my way. I'm feeling a sweet. Father's my ware. Ducat, dead for a ducat. Say you what?
Help me, murder not wilt thou, do thou with what?
Mother, the what's mother now?
Frank Sinatra's God.
So speak. None of me to thee again.
Not my God!
B2 not her, B2. Oh, yes, Horatio. Earth and heaven, there are more things than there.
Strange is this, Lord my.
Ooh, started Denmark being rotten something.
Yesterday, Father, you think I saw my light, my lord.
Solid flesh, tutu, this, that. Oh, you think?
Of William Shakespeare abridged.
If you liked it, tell both your friends.
If you didn't like it, this has been Little Mermaid Jr.
Thank you for coming. Again, I'm Tucker.
I'm Evan.
I'm Neil,
And we're